One, I beg to differ. I don't think only 68 turned out, but probably that's the number you had at the time you were reporting. But I'll find out the exact figure, but I think it was much more than that.
But according to the information we have, that at least more than half didn't show up.
Well, it is the one that said, yes, we are here. That's what I'm counting, and that's why I say we have to look at the list of those said, who picked up their badges.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
And so, do you, as a person who is an elder in the party, a leader in the party, do you believe yesterday's meeting in any way puts FDC in better light now?
We had quite a lot of people who were unruly, bad children, who would sometimes not allow us to speak. Sometimes we insisted they were the one to be speaking. Someone heckling when they didn't hear something they wanted to hear. It was nonsensical in a sense, but at the same time I had made up my mind my meeting is going to go forth, and I warned them. And I said, you cannot intimidate me. You know, it's my meeting. You have to behave. If you don't, and then what is so funny about it, after shouting for some time, they all fell asleep. Seriously, asleep. They just were.
So in other words, so like they did not even, many of them did not know what even took place.
Eventually, I mean, because as I said before, they were very, very active in the beginning. Okay, then after that, and when I saw things were not working out well, I simply said, you know, it's almost like, I think it was almost like closer to 3 o'clock, I said, let's have something to eat.
There were two sticky issues about the source of funding and also whether the elections should carry on. How did you resolve that?
Well, obviously those who say they went through proper elections insisted on that the elections should stand. And those who had not voted in their own areas, they said, no, we never voted. So as far as they're concerned, there was no elections. So I told them that there's 2 avenues that we can look at, or 3. One of them, within the Constitution, we have something called the tribunal, electoral tribunal, whereby now if you have a dispute regarding elections, it's taken to this tribunal, who then decides how to handle it. And then they come out with the results. That's one. 2 was that those who have not voted, okay, to be given time to prepare themselves for proper elections. And we more or less left it at that.
How many districts did conduct elections?
Well,
roughly.
It's about 140 something, and some said 80 voted.
I thought this was a time when we were going to see different leaders or the different political heads exchange olive branches at the time when the party is almost sinking.
You know, I think we have to be, how do I put it? The FDC as a party, I'll say the members of the FDC are there. The problem is not with our membership. The problem is that the leadership.
It's the leadership.
Which the leadership can be changed anytime. A new leadership come. So I'll say FDC is intact. It's the leadership that has got the problem. And the leadership has to sort itself out. And if not, within we are supposed to have a delegate conference and have elections within by November. Okay, our term of office will be over, and so unless we extend it, but if that's the case, then now the membership, the owners of the party, have the opportunity now to say, listen, this one we don't want, this one we don't want. We want new leadership, and that is okay with me. I could even be among those who they don't wish to have. Okay. That's okay with me.
But would you be coming back?
Who?
Would you?
As of now, I'm coming back unless they say otherwise, and that is up to the, you know, I believe I've done the best I can. I've done a good job.
So what more do you want to do? Why
what
do you
more
want to come back?
What I want to do? It is if my the membership feel that I can be able to be helpful to the party anymore, I will be. If they feel I'm not deserving, it's fine. No problem. I have a lot of other things I can do.
The other day you were under siege in the same party headquarters.
Yes.
Now you're meeting over matters to do with the party.
Yes.
How did you reconcile? How did all of you reconcile?
You see, for me, I have this policy. I don't know whether to say policy, but all my childhood, I only get upset or really annoyed 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, I recover. And then I want reconciliation.
So how did you reconcile? Yeah. Because previously,
yes,
when you were held hostage, you blamed the president of the party, that is Patrick Amuriat,
yeah,
for not doing enough to ensure that you're released. And also blamed Nandala Mafabi, the Secretary General,
yes,
for having arranged whatever happened. How did you reconcile with the two yesterday?
Well, I met up with Nandala. We talked. He told me he was sorry. I should forgive him, if I can forgive him. And I simply said, sure, I'll forgive you. In fact, before talking, I had already forgiven him. Because as I said before, I don't wait until you come to say to me, see, I have to recover as a human being to be above bad. I always want to be good. If I can be good to everyone, I try very hard. And if I had stayed in the mode or the mood of having been a hostage, and then my anger, you know, once you bring anger to, it's a bad thing. You get burnt. So you suffer more than you ought to. So I reach a certain stage and say, hey, it happened. I forgive. I must move ahead because I have a bigger job. I have more responsibility than what has happened to me. More things happen to many, many people.
So what did Patrick Amuriat say? Did you talk to him about it?
Yes,
and did you reconcile with him?
We talked, and he said he's sorry. You know, in these things you can't say, oh, I don't like to say to you, now, why did you do this for? No. Done. Did it. Done. Have you accepted that you did something? Yes. Could you have done something here? Yes, I could have done better than this.
Okay.
So I don't want, as I say, when someone is down, I don't want to be kicking that person.
And then, so yesterday after the meeting, what do you read as a mood so far? Because I remember at one point, when Salam Sumba was talking about elections, saying that the credibility of what was conducted, and so basically raising some issues about the elections. Correct. We saw Patrick Amuriat walk out.
Yeah.
Do you really think you are anywhere closer to ending all these wrangles that are within the party?
You know, time, I hope, heals all. We have said what we have to say. There are mechanisms, and I am starting a reconciliation process. I'm going to start off with those. It's internal. Also, I'd like to invite the elders or the founders of the party to discuss and exchange ideas of how we can bring ourselves back together. And then, of course, on one-on-one, I'll continue talking to Amriat, I'll continue to SG and all others that have their reasons why they do what they do. And we'll try to find a solution to this. Now, I'd like also to say this, that for me, I'm not afraid that people can go away. You know, sometimes it's even necessary for some people to go away. You
are supposed to be holding the delegates conference to elect the new leadership.
Correct.
In November.
Correct.
Just a few months from now.
Correct.
Do you really think you're not getting too late?
To do what?
To resolve these issues before you're heading to that?
It could be done
or you're
tomorrow.
going to have another...
We're going to have by the way, there's another national council before the delegate conference, which we're going to hold. And this one is going to be bigger than what we did. This one was more or less one agenda item. It was not the usual one whereby we receive reports from the President, from the Secretary General, from all sorts of people. The next one we have to do that. And among those that will be probably still the issues that we have not, we cannot go to the delegates conference without having finished whatever we have to finish. And this everybody knows, and I won't allow it if I am the one who's supposed to call the delegate conference. So what we did yesterday was we did not really give enough time to all these issues that needs to be given time. Reconcile.
Do you think the founding father of the party, Dr. Kizza Besigye, not turning up is another gesture to imply that actually he does not believe in what took place yesterday? Could it mean that
since it had not taken place? So, in his own wisdom, he felt that he did not need to come to listen to the, because he was coming purposely for the report, and he felt he didn't want to be a part of the entire circus. And in one way or another, I think he was right, you know, because at the end of the day, I'm sure he already knew about what has taken place as far as the report was concerned, and the report was not supposed to be challenged, so to say, that where doctor would have come out and said, no, this is right, this is wrong, this is, oh, no. It was supposed to be received as was, and taken in consideration the recommendation that were there, and among the consideration is a reconciliation issue, which is nobody can do it except me, who is now going to start the process.
And then, where did the money come from?
Where does the money come from? I don't know, what money are you talking about?
The money that Dr. Kizza Besigye highlighted that actually...
Well, that was supposed to be the responsibility of the committee that was set up. And as far as I know, it was inconclusive. It never mentioned
the source.
The source of the money. Simply.
Thank you so much for your time and wishing you all the best.